in today's video, I'm going to be doing an Easter glitter ombre French 3D bunny ears nail design using polygel. Firstly, I apply my sunscreen. Since my hand is going to be in the lamp often during this video, I need to protect my skin. Next, for added protection, I'm applying my UV LED nail glove. I got this nail glove from Amazon. I will leave a link in the description below. So I'm just going to be applying my nail tips using base coat and my Modelones nail lamp. I will leave a link in the description below as well. Next, I apply gel base coat to all of the nails and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Usually I would buff the surface of the nails to remove the shine, but since I am not keeping these nails on for that long, I decided to skip that step. I did apply my own peel off base coat and did my nail prep off camera. I didn't show myself doing that. Sorry about that. If you all are interested in seeing that process, I do have a video which I will try to leave a link to in the cards and in the description below. I am using rubbing alcohol as my sip solution and I'm using Makartt polygel today. So this first one right here is my favorite nude polygel. It's called a Siesta. So I'm just going to be placing a small bead of that on the index nail at the nail bed area. Then I'm going to be forming that into a French smile line. So I'm doing that. I make sure that this bead is manageable. So it needs to be small as you can manage. It could be a little bigger if you can manage something a little bigger. However, I do recommend starting off small and then building your way up since you need to be able to control the bead. Makartt polygel is a really good polygel. It's really stiff, so you do not really have to worry about flooding of the cuticles or anything like that. So that's a bonus. If it was a Modelones polygel, you may have to worry about the cuticles flooding, but with this polygel you don't have to worry about that. So I'm just forming that into a French smile line and curing for 30 seconds, and then I'm going in with a second bead. This bead could be a lot bigger than the first, and I'm doing the same thing just to build the thickness of the French smile line, and I would also cure that for 30 seconds. Also, forming a French smile line is not easy. It can be difficult to do. So if you don't get it on your first try, that is okay. Be easy on yourself because I didn't get it on my first try. But it became a lot easier when I did it a lot of times. So practice makes progress. So yeah, I'm just forming this into the French smile line and I would cure this for 30 seconds. And I always like to go over the nail a few times in order to get that smooth surface. Sometimes when you are using polygel, you need to go over the nail a lot of times just to get that smooth surface. Make sure to dip your brush in rubbing alcohol so that the brush doesn't stick to the polygel, and you just go over the nail until you get a smooth surface. So I like doing that a lot of times, and when I'm satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Moving on to the ring nail, I applied a large bead of the nude polygel and I'm just distributing that on the ring nail, making sure to cover the whole nail. So I mainly just push the polygel and pull the polygel until it covers the whole nail. Then I would taper the sides of the nails by passing the brush along the sides of the nail just to get that tapered look, since I do have on pre-shaped nails and these nails are tapered. So by passing the brush, it ensures that I maintain the shape of the nail tip. And then I would go over the surface of the nail just to get that smooth surface, and I would cure when I'm satisfied with how it looks. Then I'm going to be applying a second bead to create the apex of this nail. So it's mainly going to be at the nail bed area just to create the apex. So I just distribute it around the cuticle area to make sure that it fits nicely around that area. And then I leave a good bit at the apex area where the apex is supposed to be and fade the rest into the cured polygel on the nail. These nails are short and the apex does not need to be too dramatic. You know, usually people would have these very thick apex. It doesn't need to be that dramatic for the nails to have some structure. So I like my nails to be not too dramatic, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then moving back to the index nail, I am using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness, and then I would file to get a crisp smile line. Next, I'm going to be using this blue polygel, which is also from Makartt. It's a periwinkle type of blue, and I'm going to be applying a small bead of that blue polygel at the tip area of the index nail, just distributing it around the smile line right here, and then I would bring it to the tip of the nail. I didn't need to apply too much polygel to this nail since I'm going to be encapsulating glitters on this nail as well. So this section right here needs to be opaque but really thin, so it was really easy to get that since this polygel is really opaque. So I didn't need to apply a second bead in order to reach full opacity. The opacity was really good on the first layer. Then when I'm satisfied, I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm also using this pink polygel from Makartt, so I placed a small bead of that polygel on the tip area of the pinky nail, and I'm just distributing that at the tip area only. And I would also fade the polygel into the nail bed area so that there isn't a harsh line of demarcation, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then moving on to the thumbnail, I am doing the same thing. So on the pinky nail, I'm going to be doing an ombre nail. So I placed a small bead of the nude polygel and I just distributed around the cuticle area, and I make sure that I have a line across the nail, and when I'm ready I would fade the nude polygel into the pink polygel and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now moving on to the thumbnail, I am going to be doing the same thing. So I'm just going to let this part play out and I'll be back shortly. But if you're enjoying the video so far, make sure to hit the like button, comment your thoughts on the design, and don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. So I'm going to be using this beautiful glitter dip powder. I got this dip powder from Double Dip. So I'm just going to be using that on the pinky nail first. So I applied a layer of gel base coat to the whole nail. Then using my polygel brush, I pick up some of the glitter and place it on the pinky nail where the nude and the pink meets. I didn't want much of the gold glitters, so I removed that gold glitter from the pinky nail, and I'm just going to be applying some more glitters to the pinky nail, and when I am satisfied with how it looks, I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then moving on to the index nail, I applied a layer of gel base coat to the tip area of the index nail. Then using the polygel brush, I'm just going around the smile line and applying some of the glitter and just bringing it up the nails. So I am doing a glitter ombre on this nail as well. Then I cured that for 30 seconds. I'm going in with a second layer of the glitter just to get that glitter a little more opaque on the nail, and I would also cure that for 30 seconds. But before curing, I am going onto the pinky nail again and placing some more glitters, and then I would cure for 30 seconds. I did the same thing for the thumb. So on to the middle nail, I apply a layer of gel base coat. Then I would pour the glitter onto the nail. And I'm going to be removing those gold glitters from the nail. Then I just placed some gel base coat where the gold glitters were, and I'm going to be applying some of the other glitters on that area, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Now I'm going in with a second layer of gel base coat, and then I would lay my finger into the glitter so that I can pick up more of the larger glitters. When you pour the glitter on your nail, you usually get the smaller glitters. You get mostly the smaller glitters. However, when you lay your finger into the glitters, you would get more of the larger glitters. Then I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I applied another layer of gel base coat, and I would be picking up some of the large glitters and placing it on the nail, and then I would cure that for 30 seconds. Next, I am going to be applying gel base coat to all of the nails to seal in the glitters so that they do not move when it's time for encapsulation, and I would cure that for 30 seconds as well. Now I'm going to be using Modelone's clear polygel, and I'm going to be encapsulating all of the nails. And by the way, this nail design was inspired by a picture I saw on Pinterest, so I would leave the nail inspo right here. So this is after encapsulating all of the nails. Now I'm using rubbing alcohol to remove the stickiness, and then I would file the nails. So this is after filing of the nails. Now I'm just going to be placing back on my UV LED gloves, and I am going to be using my gel base coat on all of the nails. Since my nails had a lot of scratches after filing, I decided to apply gel base coat, because when I apply gel base coat to my nails after filing, it usually removes the scratches. So I am going to be doing that, and I would cure for 30 seconds. And by the way, some of the nails did pop off, so if they are looking a bit white around the cuticle area, that's because they popped off and I stuck them back on with glue. So I'm going to be using these Easter bunny stickers on the nails, and they are so pretty, but they are very delicate. So be careful if you all have this sticker. Be careful when removing the stickers. I ripped this one that I am trying to remove right here. I ripped it, so I had to go on to another sticker and it took a while. It's very difficult to remove these stickers and keep them intact. So yeah, that was difficult, but I ended up getting it off of the backing. So I just stick that on to the thumb. Off camera, I did place the sticker on the thumb a little lower on the nail. And I'm just going to be doing that for the index nail and the pinky nail. Now I'm going to be top coating all of the nails and curing for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be doing a 3D bunny ears. So I placed a small bead of the white polygel on my ring nail and I'm just forming that into the bunny ear. This was so difficult to do only because polygel moves. So when you're doing anything 3D with polygel, you have to cure it when you're finished because the polygel will move. And that is what I didn't like because I wanted to see the both bunny ears on the nail at the same time to know if I like it or not. But I didn't have that luxury. I had to cure the first bunny ear and then do the second bunny ear. So yeah, the bunny ear did end up a bit lopsided, but that's not my fault. The bunny decided to do that on its own, you know. So yeah, I'm doing that right here and I would cure for 30 seconds. Now I'm going to be applying some matte top coat to the bunny ears, and I would cure for 30 seconds. I wanted my bunny ears to be matte. Then I'm using this pink gel polish. I'm placing some on my nail palette as well as some white gel polish, and I'm mixing both of them together to get a light pink. Then I'm going to be placing the pink gel polish in the bunny ears just to mimic that cartoon-like bunny, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. I had to do 2 layers in order for it to be a little more opaque. Next, I'm using this black gel polish, and I just placed some on the light pink and mixed it, and that did not work, so I placed some more of the pink and mixed the pink and the black, and it made a darker pink. That's what I really wanted, and I'm just going to be applying that to the bunny ears as well, just to give it some dimensions. I don't know if it really worked, but I think it looked good, so yeah. I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I applied matte top coat to the bunny ears, and I would cure that for 30 seconds. Then I top coated the whole nail again with glossy top coat and cured for 30 seconds. Then I just place some glossy top coat where I want my 3D flowers to be. So I place the glossy top coat, and before curing that, I am applying some 3D flowers to this nail, and I'm also going to be applying some silver caviar beads, and I would cure for 30 seconds. Then I'm going to be applying some cuticle oil to rehydrate my skin and nails. And this is the finished look, guys. Let me know what you think about my Easter inspired 3D bunny ear nail design using Makartt Polygel. I think it turned out really good. I love the glitter, and I really love the pastel polygel colors that I picked. They look so good. Let me know what you guys think. And also, let's remember the true meaning of Easter, which is Jesus. He died for our sins. He is risen. So I just thought I would mention that in this video. I know we do the commercialized version of Easter with the Easter eggs and the Easter bunny, and that's all for fun. But just remember, Jesus is the reason for the season. He died for our sins. He rose from the dead. And we need to give thanks to that, because without him, none of this is possible. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about this nail set in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you in my next one. Bye, guys.